All right. Hey, good morning. Good morning. All right. I looking at the markets. It is April 1st. No fools today. We're going to be strategic about what we do. All right. So, right now, I got the XLF up. That's the financials. We'll talk about that a little later. That's looking kind of weak this morning. Um, Take a look at our ES. All right. So, we see in our ES, we're looking at the hourly today. Um, we see it's underneath the stack moving averages. It is right at 5629, 5618. So of course, if it breaks 5618, that looks like a short for us. Let's take a look at the SPY, see how the SPY is setting up. Stack moving averages are above, um, near a strong level of resistance. It might be some chop in between this range. We'll see. If it goes up, I mean, we got some resistance at 558 and 560. It would really have to break out of 560 for me to feel it or catch it down here somewhere where there's a level we're not really seeing that it can cause a reverse. Um, and the way I like this is if you look over here, this was on Friday. Stack is below stack moving averages. Um, But this setup was a lot more clear. We have clear strength here with our wave. Our room is above 100, our DMI. And this one, what's this Friday? Millionaires was made then. Here, not as clear, but we do got the DMI crossing. We got MACD on the hourly might be crossing. Moving averages above. So looks like there's some weakness there. So we'll be paying attention to that. Let's take a look at the Qs. All right, Qs, not necessarily the same. We see the Qs, but we see 462 here as a low of resistance where, it could be a dip, then a bounce back to the upside. Um, so the Qs is not as clear to me as some of the others, but let's look at XLK. XLK, good setup here. Definitely would like for this to go, but the MACD still needs to short. The DMI we do see is crossing. Uh, So XLK is looking pretty short in the tech sector. So let's follow up on a few tech stocks and see if that's the case. Take a look at Google. Google's at 154, is right above the 21 EMA. Um, this stock could stay at this level, dip a little bit, then bounce off the 21 EMA and go to the upside. Or it could fall. Google definitely have to be patient with. Again, on Friday, we see there's multiple strength indicators to the negative side. Here, not as clear. So there could be, you have to be patient with this one on Google. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon's currently at 188. It got a level of resistance and out here at 185. This one here, we'll have to take a look at this MACD. One of two things, right? We could get that morning dip, but then it takes off later today to the upside, or we just get a strong dip further down. But Amazon would be watching. It has a squeeze on the hourly. So Amazon, I'll definitely watch. Let's take a look at Meta. And again, Meta is right there, very similar to the other stock we looked at. Take a look at Microsoft. Um, Very similar to another stock where it shows some weakness, but there's a strong indication of resistance. We do have a MACD rising above the moving averages. And by this time, I like, you know, so we could, like I said, again, have a morning dip of weakness and then a bounce back up to the upside. Let's take a look at a few sectors. XLF. Now this one looked weak with the MACD crossing. We see moving averages stacked and it's going down. So if the financials are looking kind of weak this morning, let's take a look at a couple of the financials. Let's take a look at MasterCard. MasterCard looking really bullish, actually. Crossed over the moving averages kind of stacked, 546. If it breaks above 549, I can definitely be looking at MasterCard, going to the upside to 561. I kind of like MasterCard. It's above the 8 EMA on the 9. Strong cross above the moving averages. MACD is above the 0. I'll definitely be looking at MasterCard. Again, some of the things that happen in the mornings, there'd be morning weakness and then the trend to the upside. We know tomorrow's April 2nd. The tier is supposed to go into effect. So you can have this range bound movement, and then the market's going to respond to the tariffs, how the market's going to respond. Typically, people think the market's going to fall, but if it don't fall, then people come up with a reason or justification, say that it was already built into the market. So that's why we just kind of play it by whim. We'll see what happens after April 2nd, and after that, we probably can get into some swings. Goldman Sachs, a clear line of resistance at 547. Got some resistance at 540.50, 549. So for Goldman Sachs, I'll be definitely watching this. If it doesn't break this level in the morning hour, maybe a fade in the afternoon. Goldman Sachs. Let's take a look at American Express. Definitely has a range at 270. It's already at 269. Then 265 to the downside. So it has to go above 270 to take it. But it definitely has a move all the way back to 277 potentially. And it will have to break at least 264, 263, and you can get a move down to 259. That's American Express. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Bullish stack. Actually, NVIDIA looks like it gets above 108, 109. It's a run up to 112. Let's look at the semiconductor sector real quick. I don't know about that one. All right, here is Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a dramatic fall the other day. Does look like now it's trying to get back above 175. If it gets back 175, you might see Coinbase take a run. Here's BTC. It's at 84. And you see BTC, if it breaks above 85, we can have a run back up to 88. And if that's the case, then we can still have another positive day in the market. Take one more last look here at the SPY, see how we're looking. Stocks are looking iffy, but I did like MasterCard. I definitely like MasterCard. We'll see if MasterCard can stay at that range. One other stock I wanted to look at is Netflix because it has such a strong earnings recently, and it jumped 20%. Started to get back some of that, but it looks like it might want to move up. So will today be a day where the market moves up prior to the tariffs and then give it all back afterwards, or will it continually move back up to its historic highs? I think those are the things we'll be looking for to see what's going to happen. Again, I would be very careful on direction. Make sure you know your support and resistance levels and go from there. Hopefully this video has been helpful. If it has, make sure you like and subscribe. All right. Thanks. I'll catch you in the next one.